little sage. Let's talk today about something urgent. Time is running out. How are you spending yours? If today were your last day, what would you regret? It's not a comfortable question, nor should it be. It's meant to provoke, to pull us out of autopilot. Imagine for a moment that this really was your final night. Not a mental exercise, a fact. The end. Would you look back with peace or with panic, with gratitude or guilt? We live as if time were endless, but it is the most limited thing we have. You can recover money, reputation, even relationships. But time is a river that only flows forward, which brings us to the next, equally unsettling question. How are you spending the time you have left? We are the busiest generation in history. Full calendars, endless notifications, to-do lists that never end. We eat while working, reply to messages while walking, check emails in the bathroom. But is being busy the same as being alive? Productivity culture taught us to measure our worth by output. The more we do, the more we matter. The more we produce, the more we're praised. And if we're not producing, discomfort sets in. Guilt, anxiety, the feeling of wasting time. Productivity became the new religion. But like any religion taken to extremes, it demands a sacrifice, our soul. Productivity itself isn't bad, but when it becomes the goal instead of a tool, we start living like machines. We forget we're human. The question we should be asking is not, am I being productive? But rather, am I using my time meaningfully? Not all doing is living. Not all activity has meaning. Sometimes we achieve a lot, but connect with nothing. We live in an era where quantity replaces quality, even in how we treat our days. How many weeks have you completed that were full, but empty? Full of meetings, deadlines, and deliveries, but empty of meaning, connection, presence. That's the dilemma. Productivity without purpose is just motion. It's running without knowing where. It's moving through life like someone on a treadmill, exhausted, sweating, but going nowhere. Purpose doesn't have to be epic. Sometimes it's just knowing why you do what you do. It's knowing what drives you. It's being clear about what matters and living in alignment with that. Living is the rarest thing in the world. Most people merely exist. Oscar Wilde, burnout isn't just a medical condition. It's a symptom of a civilization that has lost its sense of time. We live under the rule of exhaustion. Work more, produce more, show up more. Our bodies are constantly alert. Our minds are overstimulated, and rest has become either a luxury or a sign of weakness. Philosopher Byung-Chul Han says we live in the age of performance, where we exploit ourselves. We are both the slave and the master. We push for productivity even in our leisure time. The result? A fatigue that no sleep can cure, a weariness that comes not from the body, but from the soul. Burnout doesn't knock. It slips in quietly. A little irritation here, some insomnia there, an emptiness that grows over time, until one day the body collapses because the mind didn't know when to stop. Resting is not indulgence, it's survival. And more than that, it's resistance. Resistance against a system that wants to turn you into a cog, not a human. There is something deeply subversive about slowing down, saying no to the imposed pace, choosing to walk when the world demands you run. We live in a culture that worships speed. Fast internet, fast food, fast relationships. We want everything now, even happiness. But real life moves differently. It has its own tempo, organic, unrushed. Maturity takes time. Healing takes time. Love takes time. Living slowly isn't laziness, it's presence. It's choosing to be whole, not just available. The most important thing shouldn't be done too fast or too slow, but at the soul's own rhythm. Ruben Alves. The art of slow living is also the art of noticing people's smells, a warm cup of coffee, the sound of rain. It's recognizing the now before it becomes nostalgia. Stephen Covey made a powerful distinction. Urgent is what screams, important is what matters. But we are so busy putting out fires, we rarely plant gardens. We reply to emails, but don't write letters. We submit reports, but don't talk to our children. We post stories, but don't look into people's eyes. Urgent is what the world demands of you. Important is what your soul needs. And if you don't learn to tell the difference, you end up living someone else's life. Try this. List the 5 most important things to you. Now compare that with your calendar. Are you spending time on what you say matters? Time is running out. It could be in 50 years or tomorrow, but it is running out. Memento mori. Remember, you will die, not as a threat, but as guidance, because only those who embrace mortality can truly value the moment. Many live as if they were immortal. They postpone dreams, delay conversations, avoid forgiveness, as if time were endless, but it isn't. The awareness of death is, paradoxically, what gives life its meaning. It reminds us that every gesture could be the last, and must therefore be lived with truth. Perhaps this is the most important question of your life, and the most urgent one, because time doesn't stop, doesn't wait, doesn't forgive. It slips by as you decide, as you hesitate, as you say later. You cannot control time, but you can choose what to do with it, and that changes everything. So, little sage, let me ask you once more. If today were your last day, what would you regret? And what can you still do while there's time to make the answer be nothing?